Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now if you've been watching the channel for some time now, or if you're familiar with Snowflake, you'll be well aware that Snowflake runs on all the major cloud platforms. That includes Microsoft, Google, and of course AWS. And last week I was at the Snowflake Data for Breakfast event in Sydney, and where Snowflake and AWS announced a strategic partnership of working better together. So it seemed like the ideal time then to talk about the AWS re-event conference, the annual conference that Amazon ran, which was held towards the end of 2022. I picked up some really good insights around the potential future of data analytics in where AWS are looking to evolve some of their capabilities in that space. So I hope you find this video useful. My name is Morton, and I've written a couple of books on Snowflake. I've also been lucky enough to speak in front of my peers on a number of occasions. I've lived and worked in the UK, Europe and Australia during my career, and today I'm on a mission to help as many people as I can fulfill their career potential by adding as much value as I can around data strategy and modern cloud data platforms. So as I mentioned in the introduction, Snowflake and AWS have expanded their successful partnership by collaborating more on sales, introducing industry solution alignment and joint go-to-market strategies. Now, over 6,000 joint customers, including the likes of Goldman Sachs and other Fortune 500 companies, are using Snowflake and AWS to rapidly innovate. I was really surprised to read that approximately 84% of Snowflake's customers run their deployments on AWS. So an overwhelming majority of Snowflake customers are on Amazon. Now, the landscape of data analytics and machine learning is constantly in a state of flux. It's a hugely competitive landscape which these vendors of all shapes and sizes compete for a slice of this market, which is now actually estimated to be worth a staggering $41.39 billion last year. And if that's not a big enough number to get your head around, just wait till you hear how much it's predicted to be worth in 2030. $364 billion. Absolutely crazy. Now, the AWS reInvent was held towards the very end of 2022, where Amazon came to the Christmas party early with a flurry of interesting announcements. And in this short video, I just want to pick out the key ones that stood out to me. AWS has such a large footprint, not just supporting Snowflake, but also providing their own native data services to a range of customers around the world, that they hold a distinct level of influence over where the market may go next. So you can think of this as sort of a barometer of sorts of how data and analytics capabilities may evolve over the next 12 months. Let's start with Amazon Data Zone. So organizations are often aware that it's important to leverage and secure their data assets, but as they grow larger and larger to petabyte scale and beyond, data invariably starts to move across multiple departments, data lakes, and end up in silos. Now, attempting to bring this all together to ensure it's available to the right people at the right time is hard enough. And then when you bring security into the mix, it creates real challenges to strike the right balance with providing the agility that the business wants, as well as securely controlling and governing data. So AWS Data Zone attempts to wrap this up in a data management as a service solution, which is designed as a way to enable businesses to bring all their data together for use anywhere within the organization, but along with granular management of controls, permissioning, security, and data governance. The Data Zone attempts to securely democratize data whilst providing a pathway to identify and make visible those data silos, so users across the organization can share, search, and discover data at scale across departments. The diagram on the screen shows how Data Zone is positioned within your data architecture, and the idea being that you can log into a web portal, manage all of your data assets from one place. Moving on to Redshift, it's obviously central to the AWS data landscape, and it's their version of the modern data platform. Redshift's a fully managed petabyte scale data warehouse, and it's used by tens of thousands of customers to easily, quickly, securely, and cost effectively analyze all their data at scale. Now, at reInvent, Amazon Redshift has announced a number of features to help you simplify data integration and get insights more easily and quickly within a secure, reliable environment. Organizations are often faced with the challenge of attempting to consolidate data from multiple disparate data sources into an enterprise warehouse such as Redshift or Snowflake, for example, in order to generate actionable insights. Now, this often requires their teams to build manual data pipelines spanning across their operational databases, data lakes, streaming data, and data within their warehouse. This obviously takes a lot of time, effort, and money. Autocopy from Amazon S3 is one feature which aims to alleviate this pain. So Redshift automatically now can load the files that arrive in an Amazon S3 location that you specify and into your data warehouse. The files can use any of the formats supported by Amazon Redshift today: CSV, JSON, Parquet, and Avro. And the diagram on the screen illustrates this process. And this capability brings with it several key benefits. So data is automatically transferred to Redshift as it arrives. There's no additional cost to access this feature, and data engineers do not need to worry about building and testing data pipelines or framework to load the data. So another announcement was around Amazon Aurora and Zero ETL integration with Amazon Redshift. Now, this is a process very similar to the Amazon S3 autocopy feature I just described. But now Redshift is able to auto-ingest data from one or more Aurora MySQL databases into a single Redshift cluster at low latency. So with this feature, you can choose the Amazon Aurora databases containing the data you want to analyze with Amazon Redshift. Data is then replicated into your data warehouse within seconds after data is written into your Aurora source database, eliminating the need to build and maintain complex data pipelines once again. Now, I'd expect in the future that AWS will start to introduce more granular levels of controls, such as selecting individual schemas and tables rather than the entire Aurora database. Many customers out there in the field already leverage Aurora to store transactional data, so the ability to quickly and efficiently move this data to Redshift for near real-time analysis will be highly compelling. The next feature relating to Redshift was around multi-AZ support. It's another feature that was announced at reInvent and supports the resilience and high availability. So customers can now run Redshift across multiple availability zones. This allows for data replication across different geographical regions to mitigate against outages or failures. Now, essentially, this acts as an insurance policy to ensure business-critical data remains available in the event of a disaster. AWS takes care of the automatic recovery, while the Redshift data warehouse behaves like one centralized warehouse to all users. Another feature I wanted to touch on was dynamic data masking. It's been introduced in preview at the time of reInvent at the end of last year to Redshift. This enables you to load the data into Redshift once and automatically overlay masking policies at execution time to prevent unauthorized access from those users and applications based upon their role. This obviously then simplifies the management and accessibility of storing sensitive data in your warehouse. Previously, customers often had to maintain multiple copies of data or layers upon layers of complex views to cater for these requirements. For more information on dynamic data masking and how it works within Snowflake, which is actually very similar in terms of principles, check out my video in the banner at the top of the screen now. The next feature I wanted to mention was Athena for Apache Spark. Apache Spark is a popular open source distributed processing system designed to run analytic workloads for data of any size. However, building that infrastructure for Spark for interactive applications is not easy. So customers need to provision, configure, and maintain the infrastructure on top of applications. Despite this, though, the Spark framework is out there and is very popular. I know, for example, of several customers who use PySpark data pipelines across their AWS infrastructure. Now, since Amazon Athena for Apache Spark runs serverless, the benefits customers can see in performing interactive data exploration to gain insights without the need to provision and maintain resources to run Apache Spark is hugely advantageous. With the feature, customers can now use Spark applications using the notebook experience directly from the Athena console or programmatically using APIs. Amazon Athena also integrates with the AWS Glue data catalog, which inspects and creates a taxonomy of your data assets. This allows customers to work with any data source in the AWS Glue catalog, including data that sits within S3. This means that data scientists can then leverage this information to analyze, visualize, and explore data in order to prepare data sets for machine learning pipelines. I wanted to mention AWS Glue because there was a new feature announced around this called AWS Glue Data Quality. So when it comes to working on AI and ML use cases, data quality is obviously an important factor when attempting to plan for a successful outcome. This new feature announced for AWS Glue is a data quality add-on or component which attempts to identify pollution in your data lake. It can analyze your tables and recommend a set of rules automatically based upon what it finds. You can then opt to fine-tune those rules if necessary, and you can also write your own custom rules. So what is a rule? Well, each rule relates to a table or columns within a table which validates properties such as timeliness, accuracy, or integrity. For example, a rule can indicate that a table must have the expected number of columns and that the column names match a desired pattern, and that a specific column is usable as a primary key. So that concludes the brief summary from Amazon reInvent, and I just wanted to highlight those features as part of acknowledging the fact that AWS and Snowflake have announced stronger partnerships working better together. So I hope you found this short video useful and insightful. If you did, keep watching, keep subscribing, new videos coming very soon. I also wanted to let you know about our Mastering Snowflake program with myself that we run, and it's an exclusive signature program to help you master Snowflake and learn how to design, implement, and scale solutions in the cloud. And I've designed this program specifically for those people who have either scratched the surface using Snowflake or who are stuck working with legacy on-premise technologies and haven't been invested in by their companies and have fallen behind in their career. And what I've done is packaged up my knowledge and experience of working with Snowflake since 2017 and learning how to package up Snowflake's out-of-the-box capabilities in a way where you can apply them in the real world to address common challenges. So this program isn't about theory. Of course, I need to introduce you to the concepts if you're new to Snowflake, and many of my members are, but it's really about introducing the theory and then in practice how you apply those in the real world. I've been through the pain of understanding what works and what doesn't. Now I've got a formula or a set of recipes, if you like, that show you how to do that. So the Mastering Snowflake program includes in-depth, on-demand video course content that I've created that all include practical hands-on demos. I provide access to all the code, templates, and files that I use as part of those demos, so you can download them and use them freely. You may want to use them in your day-to-day work. You may want to take them and customize them and use them as a starting point. All members on the program get exclusive access to a members-only group where everybody can help each other out and share their knowledge and best practice and get expert advice. Finally, I also carry out a group 60-minute coaching call with all the members, totally optional, where you can ask me anything about Snowflake, data analytics, data strategy, data architecture, you name it, interview advice, and I can help you and give my input and help and support and guidance around that. Finally, you'll get lifetime access to all feature updates. Snowflake's changing and evolving. There's new features and releases every week, and you'll continue to benefit from those updates as well. At a high level, there's 10 modules. This is what we cover, everything ranging from the Snowflake architecture to getting data into Snowflake. And then once you've got data, how do you effectively use it, secure it, share it, and work with it to ensure that you get the maximum value from your Snowflake implementation. If you're interested, I've included the application link in the video description below. If this sounds like the thing that you're looking for and you want to supercharge your career, and if you're ready to take the ultimate step, I'd really encourage you to fill out the application form below.